Alchemist traders, what beautiful price action we're currently having right now so far. So if you've been watching my videos over the last 2 to 3 days, you should not be shocked about this price action we had to the downside. My original targets still remain fully valid to around 84 to 86k on BTC. However, we could get a pullback and I may take a long position depending on how low BTC comes right now. But I want to look in the regions of this fair value gap. So I'm looking at BTC tapping into the regions just below 89k. If we can come into the regions of between 89 to, let's just call it 88k, I'm going to look for a high risk long setup to the upside, a long position to the upside. And the reason why I'm looking at that is because essentially in my previous video, I mentioned I want to see this low resistance liquidity get tapped into. We have, but we do have these lows down here. I want to see price come into that low down here, and I'm going to take a long from that position. It matches pretty nice with this fair value gap as well. And I've also looked at the total market cap chart, and that is aligned with what we're seeing right now on BTC for a short-term long counter trend trade to the upside. Now on the 4 hour, let's just see where we would target if we was to take the longs. We do have quite a lot of fair value gaps around these regions. This is potentially a new dealing range. So essentially what I want to see is price come into at least the premium side of this new dealing range from A to B around these regions, 94 to 93k, but we can assess as we move up from here. But the main thing right now is I'm looking for long setup at around 89 to 88k on BTC. And interestingly, just one other thing, what I've noticed on the BTC CME gap, so BTC CME futures, we have a gap remaining down here. We filled most of the gaps down here. We had a gap down here. We have a gap remaining at around 88,600 to 88,000. If we do come in and fill that gap, this is a positive sign for us to say that there's a possibility we can reverse to the upside on BTC. So I want to see price come into this gap ideally. And alongside that, BTC come into the regions, as I say to you, into that fair value gap between 89 to 88k. And we can assess from there that long setup, but I will be looking for a high risk long setup to the upside. Now on Ethereum, interestingly, quite a lot of the altcoins are remaining pretty resilient. So Ethereum has come into our OTE level, let's just call it 3000 currently right now, and we haven't yet tapped into the 78.6. So I'm looking at around 2970 for a rejection. But ideally, what I really want to see is Ethereum come a bit deeper, because I don't like the looks of these low resistance lows down here. If we go on the 4 hour, you can see a bit more clearer. These are all known as low resistance lows down here. So I want to see price come and take that out. We've taken out all of the liquidity down here, which is a good sign. I want to see price come a bit lower, perhaps taking out these lows down here, or at least these lows down here. So we're looking at the regions of around 2.9, 2.8k on Ethereum. Things are looking pretty good right now. I am not surprised with how the market is moving. This should not be a surprise to you as well. We do have some news coming out. So I think Trump is speaking tomorrow, along with the whole tariff issue right now. So this could result in more volatility to the downside, but I am still holding my guns and I'm saying we're looking for Ethereum to come into those regions that I mentioned in my previous videos, 2.7k, BTC to come into those regions of 84 to 86k. Okay, cool. I'll see you in the next video. I'll keep you guys updated. Follow me on X if you want to get live updates on any positions that I take.